Good morning to you all and welcome to Spatial Innovation Series of 2019 webinars. My name is Hopeton Ferguson and I am the Vice President for Strategic Solutions at Spatial Innovation. Today I will be presenting on the official Statistical Modernization Program. We'll be looking at what is a Statistical Modernization Program, components of modernization program, activities completed thus far within the modernization program, integration of statistical and geospatial data, looking at ArcGIS platform, common patterns of use, roles of GIS in statistics. Modernizing statistics to drive good governance. National statistics organizations are recognizing the advantages of integrating statistical and geospatial data using GIS to better support their national government. But are we ready for Census 2020? The ArcGIS platform provides a tool to create accurate and timely data needed to inform policy and guide decision making. Population, housing, census are primary sources of data needed for formulating, implementing, and monitoring policies aimed at inclusive socio-economic development and sustainability. Good governance demands better information. Using and applying geospatial technologies and geographic information benefit all stages of the population and housing census process. ArcGIS provides a complete platform for official statistics. It gives you the tools to plan work, conduct field data collection, monitor your operation, and quickly disseminate your authoritative data. Modernize official statistics. Esri's statistics program provides the cutting-edge tools and training you need to improve statistical business processes, improve accuracy, and create efficiencies with GIS. Applying geospatial technology in planning, enumeration, and dissemination allows you to implement new modern methods that reduce costs and save time, meet demand for small areas and disaggregate data, and measure and monitor progress on UN Sustainable Development Goals. Optimize planning, field data collection, and operations. Make the most of your limited resources by using the ArcGIS platform to optimize your work. Optimize enumeration areas to create efficiencies. Monitor field operations to better manage staff and data collection processes. Visualize the status of survey work, track workers, and assess daily operations through operational dashboard. Reduce the number of areas that need to be field verified, streamlining your operations to ensure timely results. Improve accuracy and capture data more efficiently. So the National Statistics Office, NSOs, can improve accuracy in many ways by using GIS and modern systems, especially when upgrading from paper records to digital. ArcGIS integrates with latest technologies, allowing you to leverage GPS device for the capture and display of critical location information. By capturing data once digitally, including location information, there is no need for manual data entry or scanning, thus reducing the number of touches on the data. ArcGIS also allows you to publish maps for offline use in the field or to use paradata to identify incorrect data. Let us look at sharing information in an easy to use interface. So you need to serve and communicate with many different types of users in today's environment, from citizens to academias and researchers, developers, and of course, other government agencies. An integrated solution allows access to your data from any device, anywhere, at any time. This interoperable system makes it easy to share geospatial and statistical data. ArcGIS makes your data easily accessible while maintaining security and privacy. Now let us look at the components of the modernization program. Esri has donated approximately $2 million, US million dollars worth of GIS software to each qualifying NSO. The software include ArcGIS Desktop and Pro with extensions, ArcGIS Online, ArcGIS Enterprise with extension. Some of these extensions are ArcGIS Spatial Analyst, ArcGIS 3D Analyst, ArcGIS Image Analyst, ArcGIS Data Reviewer, Geostatistical Analyst, ArcGIS Network Analyst, Publisher, Schematics, Tracking Analyst, Workflow Manager, and Production Mapping. But who is qualified? Over 72 countries around the world are eligible for the NSO. Countries from Africa, Asia, Middle East, Latin America, and the Caribbean. Over 24 Caribbean countries are eligible for this grant program. Let us look at activities completed in the modernization program thus far. So Esri and CARICOM signed an MOU in this year, 2019. The agreement empowers Caribbean communities to use location intelligence for data-driven policy initiatives. It supports 2020 census work across the region, and establish a platform for emerging need and application of statistical data to drive informed decision, disaster risk assessment, vulnerability management, food security, climate change, health and public safety, economic development, transitioning existing member states' Millennium Development Goals data to a geodatabase and creation of a centralized sustainable development goal portal for the region. A press release on the MOU went out earlier this year. Linda Peters, Esri Global Business Development Manager, quoted, "CARICOM is dedicated to understand how to best grapple with sustainability and resilience, specifically as it pertains to the economy and disaster response. The complex challenge faced by the Caribbean region require deep geographic insight, and we are happy to assist by providing the tool necessary to address these issues." End of quote. Dr. Silburn Clark, Chairman and CEO of Spatial Innovation Limited, quoted, "This agreement presents a novel partnership framework for Esri and Spatial to collaborate with CARICOM to develop the region's human talent to be world-class innovators in one of the fundamental science of the fourth industrial revolution, geospatial technologies. We are extremely happy to co-create these various future opportunities for the ultimate benefit of our CARICOM citizenship." End of quote. Census 2020 support includes the Esri grant, the ESRI grant program, training in current GIS methods and best practices, capacity building activities. Highlights of training already given are web-based self-paced training, web-based instructor-led training, and hands-on in-class training. Integration of statistics and geospatial data. Critically important is the integration of geography and statistics. Statistics and GIS are old discipline, old rigor, old standards, but they fit well together. The United Nations Committee of Experts on Global Geospatial Information Management, the UNGGIM, laid out 5 fundamental principles, and they saw the need to bring these together. First is the fundamental geospatial infrastructure at the base of the pyramid. Next is the geocoded units, geocoding everything. Then we have the common geographies, boundaries consistent throughout. Then interoperable, working with other systems such as SAS, SPSS, CRM, SAP, and the list goes on. And lastly, usable. It must be easy to use. The statistical process model consists of the pre-enumeration, which is the planning phase, the enumeration, and the post-enumeration, which is the dissemination phase. The planning phase involves specifying needs, design and build solutions for the enumeration phase. The enumeration phase involves data collection, processing, and analysis, while the post-enumeration phase involves dissemination of results and evaluation of process. How do we bring these two disciplines together? The key is geocode. On the right, we see on the left, we see a set of nested standard boundaries such as enumeration areas, localities, districts, and provinces. The boundaries allow us to join our statistical data to geographic data using key as demonstrated on the right. Boundaries utilize EAIDs, which are fitted to census data with the same IDs and provide additional information such as population, male or female, or number of households, or average household size. How do we bring, why do we build these systems? To integrate geographic and statistics, to bring understanding to government policies, to improve society, environment, or economy, and to focus on goals such as the Sustainable Development Goal. An example is in the Philippines using GIS and statistics to understand poverty. Joins statistical data to geography using ArcGIS system, sharing this important publicly with civil society, other government research, academia. They are part of the United Nations Statistical Division and the Esri Research Initiative and the SDGs. Let us now take a look at the ArcGIS platform and how it is used in official statistics. The ArcGIS platform is utilized in statistics for geodatabase creation, base map updates, mapping of enumeration areas, optimize, edit, and validate EAs, data integration, optimize assignments, census data model and web apps, survey design and testing, integration of admin and big data, field data collection, field editing, workforce management, operation management, project management, data dissemination, thematic maps, online atlas, open data, store map, smart maps, other map information, and SDG alignment and reporting, just to name a few. Let us now take a deeper look at the ArcGIS platform. The ArcGIS platform supports multiple implementation patterns: the desktop, the server, the new web online experience with Enterprise and ArcGIS Online. This new distributed pattern, this system of systems pattern, is about integrating other patterns to connect everything. Integrated with the ArcGIS platform, ArcGIS can be used to support robust in-house infrastructure, use of the latest innovation from Esri, including apps for the field, office, and the latest in analysis and data exploration tools. ArcGIS also offers advanced analysis and collaboration capabilities that are not readily available elsewhere. ArcGIS platform provides powerful geospatial server technology that allows you to manage your geodata and serve advanced analytics to your organization. The dedicated WebGIS infrastructure delivers layers, maps, apps, and services to any device, anywhere, at any time, without the need for custom code or device-specific development. ArcGIS Enterprise is deployed on infrastructure you manage on-premise or in the cloud and supports both Windows and Linux operating systems. GIS is a technical platform for managing our systems of record, whether they be in small communities or organizations or businesses managing the system of record for the planet's topographic information. GIS is also a system of engagement for interacting with people. At its heart, it's a system of insight where we can do spatial analytics, look at relationships, see things in a whole. We can approach problem solving in a more holistic way because this platform integrates people and process and all the data about them. This WebGIS pattern is the modern GIS architecture. It's not only conceptually interesting, it's actually helping you to do your work better. And that's the bottom line. It's using web services, leveraging web services to integrate teams and individuals and departments, and usually the whole entire organization with shared knowledge and therefore collaboration. It's improving productivity and efficiency, and that pattern is just taking off. At Spatial, we see GIS being applied across the full statistical business process. And the technology can be used in many ways, from mapping to data management, field mobility, monitoring, analytics, planning, decision support, even community engagement. Let us take a closer look at each pattern. Mapping and visualization. Mapping and visualization allows you to understand locations and relationships with maps and visual representation all over the world. Then we have data management, which allows you to create, organize, and maintain accurate locations and details about your assets and resources. WebGIS simplifies working with all types of data. It brings data together by using web maps and web scenes and web layers. It can access any kind of data type, whether imagery, maps, real-time data, LiDAR, into one common environment. Real-time information is the future. The complexity of cities and our nature, while they're being wired up with things like the Internet of Things, we can stream in information now with live maps to recognize the complexity of situations we deal with. It allows us to leverage dynamic data about everything. Let us now look at field mobility. Field mobility allows you to plan and schedule your workforce, navigate and execute plans in the field on a dynamic and real-time basis. In the world of field GIS, you're taking GIS beyond the office. Many of you already use Collector and Survey 123 and Navigator to find your way around in the workforce. We are taking maps to the field and being able to do markups in connected and disconnected environment and then shoot them back to the enterprise. This is all about connecting the field workers back with the core enterprise organization. Apps are bringing GIS to life in many ways. It's bringing the power of GIS to everyone, extending the reach to field people, connecting them to their organization and business apps and viewers apps and social media and story maps and dashboard across your organization and beyond. You are allowed to track, manage, monitor your assets and resources in real time with GIS monitoring. Operation Dashboard is one such tool that empowers you to work towards your goals by monitoring your entire operations KPI. Analytics. Analytics allows you to discover and predict trends and patterns to improve outcomes. In the area of spatial analysis, lots of new progress in web-based analytics, new tools for spatial statistics, like being able to do vector analytics in space-time cube, the integration with science through our integration and the ArcGIS API for Python, very powerful tools to connect us to the other communities. Let us look at improved processing. Here, we're using the parallel processing capabilities of the new GPU technology to parallelize computation, like on a desktop or raster analytics. This improves speed. What about model as a service? So if I make a cool model builder model, I can effectively right-click it, send it over to my enterprise server, and it immediately comes alive with a service that other people can use. This is going to change how we share our tradecraft in the spatial analysis world. Let us look at design and planning. This looks at alternate solutions and create optimal designs. This WebGIS pattern is changing how designers think and do their work. It's integrating science right into the design process. People now can get data off the web as services, do interactive designs, look at scenarios, analyze them, evaluate the consequences of them, and then share, disseminate the results. Decision support. GIS provides executive support in decision making. It presents all associated and related information after mapping, collecting data from the field, monitoring and analysis, design and planning to make the best decision. In this important subject of public health, we're seeing GIS used to illuminate things like the opioid epidemic that's happening in the United States, and also pick the right location for healthcare and social services center. But look at the lower left, where they are using demography modeling to show well-being in communities like Philadelphia or predict voting behaviors. Constituent engagement. Constituent engagement provides, GIS provides a means to engage the community and other stakeholders through its constituent engagement. We can easily communicate and collaborate with citizens. WebGIS is beginning to enable community engagement. It's organizing and managing all the little opportunities or community interactions. The work in the city of Los Angeles with something called a GIS hub is making this very clear to us that citizens want more information about their city and leaders. The managers, the mayors want to hear from the citizens. They want more input. So Esri has been working on technology around policy initiatives where you can stand up with GIS, a set of policy initiatives that communicate with citizens and get their feedback, crowdsourced engagement. And the final pattern of use is sharing and collaboration, which empowers everyone to easily discover, use, make, and share geographic information. WebGIS is also connecting everybody. The sort of system of engagement with identities, people connecting with their organizations and with their community in real time. This is supporting not just quick communication, but also new forms of collaboration, using mapping as a way to engage and talk with each other, to carry on conversation. Story maps. In the last couple of years, the publishing of maps has just totally changed. Story maps have come alive. Every map we show has a story. Story maps are now being produced by the thousands every day. Millions and millions of views of these maps are made every day on issues like climate change or social conflict or inequalities or where to take a vacation or scientific work. Let us now look at the role of GIS in official statistics. In fact, the role of GIS in official statistics continue to expand. In the past, statistical agencies would think about the use of base maps in planning of our work or thematic maps for dissemination. The challenge we all have in front of us now with the integration of statistical and geospatial is to understand and implement new methods utilizing GIS and spatial thinking. A geographic platform for official statistics is any device, any place, and at any time. A GIS system can help us transition from that paper-based system to more modern workflows. This system of record helps you create the accurate authoritative data for your organization. ArcGIS system can be used to carry out all the statistical workflows. Services are key. Creation of base map services, which can fill all applications, both on and offline. Apps are the growing part of this system. Field apps for data collection as well as operation management are key modernization with strong security and identity so that we can share information in a secure environment. This entire stack of technology is available on the open web, but it's also available entirely for deployment on premises. Let us take a look at pre-enumeration. In the planning stage, organizations often use Esri ArcGIS technology to develop a geodatabase, to define census geographies, to define administrative hierarchies, delineate enumeration areas, and conduct geographic data conversion. Statistical organizations typically need a large geodatabase that can be edited and used simultaneously by many users. They need a system that supports version control and has the ability to leverage your organization's enterprise relation databases. They also need a system that is capable of raster to vector conversion, digitization, mapping, editing, georeferencing, geocoding, and imagery use, feature extraction, change detection can play a role in creation of base data and EAs, or identification of rooftops where there are new settlements. The ArcGIS system offers all of this functionality, allowing the pre-enumeration planning team to create a single geodatabase that can be leveraged through the organization. Marketing, many people don't want to participate or don't understand. There is a need to understand media and what, where to advertise to educate the public. During pre-enumeration, as we think about capturing of the data, these are some of the things that should be considered. Typical census field operation workflow, which can leverage GIS throughout the process. GIS can be used to more efficiently plan where and what to collect, coordinate with staff, help staff to get the right location, capture data, and all along the way, monitor operations and ensure communication at all levels. Esri platform provides configurable apps, making it easy to adapt to workflow. Example on screen, in New Zealand statistics, pre-enumeration. The pre-enumeration work using collector to validate buildings and boundaries. Let us look at the enumeration stage. In the enumeration stage, the focus is on the accurate and efficient collection of data. However, project management, work safety, asset management, and quality control are all critically important. Equipping enumerators with mobile field mapping and data collection capabilities will allow them to accurately capture, edit, and display information. Equipping supervisors, regional managers, and executives with the right tool is equally important, particularly in project management. I mentioned modernization before. When it comes to data collection, huge changes. NSOs face many challenges, move from paper to digital, to mobile, and even online. Japan, Korea, they are already using this. So are some other countries such as Jordan, Egypt, Australia. The operation dashboard, it gives executive insight. It gives project level insight. The survey 123 dashboard gives insight into the data collection and field management. See example of dashboard in Egypt campus, Camp Mass 2017 operation. This is another example of executive dashboard from Stats South Africa. How do we use GIS in post-enumeration? First of all, we aggregate our data and create geographic tabulations. Tabulation of data, index, average, and disaggregate data by gender, age. You need to also do that geographically. It takes a snapshot, archive, and begin to publish information. GIS is really powerful. You can create maps, you can create apps, you can create online atlas, story maps, crosswalk, line up your data to SDGs. See example from the Philippines in the upper right and Senegal in the lower right of poverty data, first time ever being shared in GIS system. In this slide, GIS is being used to disseminate data. On the left, Canada, and on the right, Mexico. Different representations on how to share data. The data is secure and confidential, not revealing any individual information because it's aggregated. US Census saving predicted in 4 key areas. Many of this due to the use of GIS, up to a total of $5 billion. Re-engineering address canvassing. This includes the use of imagery in Office to access 11 million blocks, savings in time, labor, and fuel. And this total $1 billion saving. The second one is optimized self-response. This is due to multiple mode and web response, reducing overall need for door-to-door not necessarily contributed by GIS, but there is a saving of $548 million, US million dollars. The third saving is utilize admin records. So part of this can be attributed to GIS, as by joining all of this data in a geodatabase is made possible using GIS system, allowing integration of key admin records such as postal change of address, utility data, and more. This gives a saving of 1.2 billion US dollars. And lastly, re-engineering of field operation. This is primarily due to the use of GIS. By optimizing roads and schedules, the predicted saving on time, fuel, and labor gain is huge, as much as 2.3 billion US dollars. 2010 round needed more than 600,000 enumerators. 2020 is predicted to be only 400,000 enumerators. Esri and Spatial are committed to supporting the integration of geospatial and statistical data. So we have the programs such as the method, which is a new publication by Esri. And this publication is GIS and the 2020 Census, Modernizing Official Statistics. And then we have hands-on, and this is hands-on learning. If you go to learn.arcgis.com, lessons, you can find lessons there where to build capacity. Then we have technology, which Esri has, through the modernization program, Esri has granted quite a number of NSOs. Our belief is that GIS provides a platform for achieving sustainable development. Maps are a language for common understanding and progress and challenges in achieving the goals. A map becomes a platform for conversation about SDGs. This ability to bring things into view that bring in your authoritative data to understand, measure, and monitor the goals. Thank you. We're now open for questions and answer. So we have a question. How can Esri help modernize official statistics? Esri Statistics program provides a cutting-edge tools and training you need to improve statistical business process. It also improves accuracy and it creates efficiency with GIS. Another question. How can we improve accuracy and capture data more efficiently? Well, ArcGIS integrates with the latest technologies. It allows you to leverage GPS on devices for the capture and display of critical location information. ArcGIS also allows you to publish maps for offline use in the field or to use Paradata to identify incorrect data. So this in itself helps to improve accuracy and capture data more efficiently. I have another question here. Training in loading the maps onto tablets. So Spatial Innovision provides training. You can contact us. The numbers, once you go on our site, you will find our number. You can contact us for training. So we provide training that will allow you to load your maps onto tablet. And just to let you know that there is a special program that allows us to do that. So we will definitely assist you with that one. I also see another question here about training in overlaying data. So we also provide that training. Spatial Innovation provide the training that you'll require in your statistics. There's also a question on training in using GPS software to orient the map to the position in the field. So we also provide those training. We have another question here. How can I share information in an easy to use interface? And the integrated solution allows access to your data from any device, anywhere, and anytime. This interoperable system allows you to easily share geospatial and statistical data. ArcGIS makes your data easily accessible while maintaining security and privacy. Then there is a question, what does the Esri modernization program comprise of? So Esri has donated approximately $2 million worth of GIS software to each qualifying NSO. Now these software include ArcGIS Desktop, ArcGIS Online, ArcGIS Enterprise with extension. Some of these extensions there are more than 10 extensions, including ArcGIS Spatial Analyst, ArcGIS 3D Analyst, and ArcGIS Image Analyst, ArcGIS Data Review, Geostatistical Analyst, ArcGIS Network Analyst Publisher, Schematic Tracking Analyst, Workflow Manager, and Production Mapping. Another question, which Caribbean islands are eligible for the modernization program? So there are 24 Caribbean islands that are currently eligible for the modernization program. Some of these are Anguilla, Antigua, Bermuda, Bahamas, Barbados, BVI, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Montserrat, St. Martin, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos, just to name a few of these. Any other question? Okay, what is a statistical process model and their components? So the statistical process model consists of 3 phases: the pre-enumeration, which is the planning phase, the enumeration, and the post-enumeration, which is the dissemination phase. So the planning phase involves the planning phase involves specifying needs, design, and building solution for the enumeration phase. The enumeration phase involves data collection, processing, and analysis. And the post-enumeration phase involves dissemination of results and evaluation of processes. How is the ArcGIS platform used in statistics? So the ArcGIS platform is used to create geodatabases, base map updates, mapping of enumeration areas, optimize, edit, and validate EAs, data integration, optimize assignments, census data model and web apps, survey design and testing, integration of admin and big data, field data collection, field editing, workforce management, operations management, project management, data dissemination, the thematic maps, creating thematic maps, online atlas, open data, creating story maps, and smart maps and other maps, map information products, etc. So we have another question. Is knowledge of statistics crucial in understanding GIS? So GIS can be applied in many different disciplines, and there are different aspects to the GIS, which depending on what you need to do, then you will need to have knowledge of statistics. However, there are the mapping component, and there is a field component, and there is the post enumeration component. So it is best to know statistics to apply GIS to statistics. However, it is not a requirement. Another question is, what is the implementation pattern of ArcGIS? So there are literally four implementation patterns of ArcGIS. This is ArcGIS Desktop, ArcGIS Server, Enterprise or Online, ArcGIS Online. And then we have the distributed pattern, which is the system of systems. This pattern is new and it integrates other patterns to connect everything together. Now, there's another similar question. What ArcGIS applications can we use in statistics? So there are many different applications. So we have application for the field, we have application for the office, we have application for community. So the application for the field are Navigator, Collector, Survey 1, 2, 3, Explorer, and Workforce. And the applications for office are Maps for Office, ArcGIS Earth, Maps for SharePoint, Operation Dashboard, and Maps for Adobe. And the third application for communities, we have Story Maps, Photo Survey, Crowdsourcing, Polling, Quick Report, and Open Data. There is another question, and this question is about pattern of use. What is ArcGIS pattern of use? Well, there are currently 9 ArcGIS patterns, or common patterns of use. And these patterns are mapping and visualization, data management, field mobility, monitoring, analytics, design and planning, decision support, constituent engagement, sharing, and collaboration. And just to give a little bit more information on the patterns of use, pattern of use basically is how GIS is used mostly right around the world. Now, when you have fully utilize the 9 patterns of use, then you will be getting the maximum output from GIS. Another question, would knowledge of geography also be an asset? Yes, definitely. It will help a whole lot in your GIS. But we have different aspects of GIS. We have the developer aspect, which we have a lot of IT persons are doing. But in terms of application, it would be good to have knowledge of geography. And there is yet another question, and this question is about the role of GIS in official statistics. So GIS is important in the three process phase of official statistics. And these are, number one is the pre-enumeration phase. So we have the GIS is used in the pre-enumeration phase for creating geodatabase, creating efficient enumeration areas, ensuring compatibility with previous census, optimizing site placement of field offices, optimizing capital and asset distribution, optimizing routes, marketing the census, and educating the public regarding the importance of being counted, integrate admin data, and integrate big data. Then we have the enumeration phase, and GIS is used for field data collection, field data verification and quality checks, field operation management, workforce automation and optimization, optimize workloads and routes, monitoring of progress of census operations, real-time awareness of project status and workers, project management oversight and idea of troubled spots, updating or correcting enumeration area maps, and quality control and quality improvement to base map. And the final phase is the post-enumeration phase. And GIS is used to incorporate and update changes, aggregation of data, tabulation of data, database archiving, creation of information products to communicate census findings to other agencies and the public, and disseminate of geographic census products, including maps, reports, atlas, and interactive websites. Then we have the marketing component, marketing of geographic census products, outreach and education, and of course the SDGs, measure, monitor, and report. All right, there are no more questions. So there are no more questions. Should you have any additional question, please feel free to drop us a line, send us an email, and we'll be ready to respond to your questions. Also, please try and get in touch with us as it relates to training, because we offer a number of different types of training. All right, so I think that is it for today, and I just want to thank you all very much for your time, for attending, and I hope it was fruitful and helpful to you. Thank you, and all the best. Bye.